Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. This is Daddy Kof again. We are here to bring you another exciting program. We got everything done last week on the mining issues that are being cropped up in Ghana in Africa. And we deliberated on it, and then we came up with so many conclusions. And we hope it's going to help each and everyone wherever they are. Thank you for everything. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating last week. We hope you guys will be sharing, subscribing, and liking it for us so that our ratings will go up. We are counting on you just as you are counting on us. I here to bring you another exciting program today. Today I'm going to have definitely have Cigaro. I'm going to have Brother Paul. And if lucky, we will have Uncle T too. So we are looking forward to them. And we know they will join us very soon. Today's topic is something quite universal. It's going to be about sports. And in sports, we've chosen a particular area to talk about. We're going to talk about soccer. In the other world, I'm in the United States, so I will call it soccer here. In the other world, we call it football. You go to Africa, you go to Europe, you go to Asia, you go to Antarctica, Australia, all those places, they call it football. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And the main topic is about sports, right? In it, we're going to talk about why soccer. And underneath the soccer is why certain people are going up and certain people are going down. Like that, in short, why certain people are improving always and certain people are stuck somewhere and some are even going down. For instance, if we look at the World Cup, that is the global one, that all teams, they will compete in their individual ways, select the best and come and face for the world trophy. When we look at that one, we always come up with something very particular. When I say something very particular, I mean there are some particular continents who lift up the World Cup all the time. And when I narrow it down, you have two continents who will lift up the World Cup in all the encounters. And I stand to be corrected if I'm wrong. If I get anything wrong, please just Google me, because with my search and with my research before coming today, I look at it carefully. I look at certain things carefully and then came up with not conclusion, but came up with these facts out of my analysis that I made. Either the Europeans will lift the cup or the Latin Americans will lift it. I've said it again. I've said it and I'm saying it again. If I'm wrong, please, I stand to be corrected. If even they are not, they have lifted most of them. Let's look at the European side. We all know that even quite recently, if the trophy doesn't go to France, it will go to Germany. If it doesn't go to Germany, then it's going to Italy. Look at it from the past maybe 20 years. If it doesn't go to Italy, it comes to France. So it's revolving around certain countries. The others will try to get there, but they will go and fall short right somewhere in the semifinals. And when we come to the Latin American side, it will go to Argentina. If it doesn't go to Argentina, it will come all the way to Brazil. And it is revolving around there. And even those areas, we got the Uruguays, the Perus, and all those guys there who are also capable of lifting it. Apart from these two, what do you call it, continents that we're talking about, the European and then the Latin Americans. When you go to North America, we are nowhere near to get there. When you go to Asia, yeah, we just participate. You go to Africa, the same thing. You come to Australia, the same thing. But they are all really and really involved in playing soccer in their various areas. That they have teams, they have leagues, they have knockouts, encounters, and all those things that the other places are. So my question today is, why is it that just those two areas, it is just those two areas? When I say two areas, I mean the European countries and then the South Americans they are doing something spectacular that the others can do. Is it because they are well advanced? Well, if you come to advance, then we have to consider the South Americans. The South Africans are just like the scriptures say. In their capacity, they are just like the Asians. They are probably just like the Africans. They are just like Australians. And they may be a little bit even probably lower. But why are they competing neck and neck in lifting up the trophy with the Europeans, whilst the others stand by and just look? And they can't do anything. They could not, and they can still not do anything. The United States just delve in to try, but they have smelled that soccer is not basketball. Neither is it American football, nor baseball. Soccer is soccer, globally accepted sports that you need to put in a lot and show that yes, you are you before you can lift a cup there. So it makes it difficult for them. Even the English people who started this, they lifted it for the first time when they hosted the World Cup. And since then, they have not been able to. The other countries in Europe have capitalized on their world performances and all those things to, go with it. They've taken it and they are running away with it. And it's now in the hands of the Italians and Germans. And sometimes the Dutch will come quite close with some fantastic players, and then it will go to France and all those places. Then when you drop down to South America too, you come and face the Uruguay, the Argentines, and then the Brazilians and all those who are also ready and capable of lifting the cup. So today, our big question is, why are they doing wonderful whilst the others are not being able to? Is it management? Is it player selection? Is it the foundations and the fundamentals of grooming kids? Is it negligence that some countries don't pay attention to? Well, we're going to find out today. And I stand to be corrected if I say anything wrong, because sports is global. And we know when I get all the right facts in place so that people will learn from that and then make the necessary corrections if they need to, or they are enhanced on other people's ideas and mentality that they stand on to go to soar high. So I'm going to change from my English to my local dialect language. That's a tree, or the Akan language, so that those of us listening to today, I intentionally spoke with English a little bit so that other people too will know about what we are talking about today, because many people are listening to us, and I know sports is global, but soccer is global, especially with the World Cup coming up and many countries who have qualified already, with just a few trying to get a slot in the best second place playoffs, of which we are all waiting for to seal the doom on those who have qualified. We will discuss sports for a while and then get every fact out and make it exciting towards the World Cup that is going to be played in 3 different places in the North America. That's in Mexico, Canada, and then the United States. In the Anamani Adolfo, that must be some months more drain in Yumri. If you see this and Pessim Kakra, said yes, yeah. World Cup on the Cabano. Meaning, some countries be qualify our Moniaji, so Mobecubi. And countries being so omudi second, omuto osumi no, omo praise omunso betimi abembi. Anyway, yeah, we show omo ina the best, because ontimi nkwata obi echi nye obi echi. Obi aye nua. Then aho oni betimi akosoro no. We are supporters so ba bedwan oma qualified, and so that we all make the best analysis about them, and don't get me wrong, country be what me a first second be a bit me about World Cup. I left it. They are all good. Call it good. Obu ana mistake kitty be then the problem kakrebia ba. If you are losing just a player, now kofa problem amano. But we stand up, say Ubia, and we still stand on it. Say Ubia waba biano, or you're ready to go. Ubia wa qualified biano is capable of lifting the cup. And I'm is capable of lifting the cup, but in reality, no. Omo koni nyina and bit me a lift the cup no. Then Jamaica no bro fumu first no. Na me ka say, yehwemu a ye was 7 continents. Ye were Antarctica, ye were Asia, ye were North America, ye were South America, ye were Europe, ye were Africa, and then the last one, Australia, 5 and 7. Ye mabubo yina no, omo yina abosoka dindin pa o. USA de enemy do ma to check akra, because even though US no eso, say e come omo yina akra bo manka crop of friends eso omo nya no. Enkanye bi na ndi omo boy, but omo amasoka no muntem. Nti ya na me kan omo kakra, because omo ba mu the time I mean who say US I be started soccer Alexis Lalas no time. Omo time na omo buy, that is Italian 1990 World Cup. And I mean who say US I delve in it. Since then they've been coming. But my question is, why say all the other nations, including Africa, other continents, including African continent, of which soccer is very park, because within African continent, even to lift up an African cup, just say what brepa and son with me lift it up African Cup ewo Africa ho. But omu performances ewo work cup no. Inti yes bibi aye nyina ya dwene ebro ho nti yi kakra. Enso who by Europeans no me answer me European ne South America for the ban me person me welcome brother George so that o tie bia na wetimi edi na dwene ato aso no so apicking ya from there na agro na ye de enti you better take this opportunity na dia welcome brother Paul no aba be come home so that be like I say na agro na ebeye dancing da enti brother Paul when you have to me gina baby America send me family about welcome and about football in general. The man narrow no down you mean because I can say football as man. I dare bet chance because entail a lot. But I didn't know a bass a World Cup Obia be show up no. The Memphis cigar on count precum. Now just also be a story now. No it me edne the to us na Obia at me I'm making a contribution. Because I know I'm some medical comedian. Good evening, Mr. Cigar.
I mean, I'm you so. Hey, George, now we'll bring the penny from our own from you.
From Prebe, you become
yeah, but so from an age was all in time.
I said, I'm a crime who no matter.
Who pulling in our water? Hey,
no matter.
And then the brava, the ending to convert to where the have a season fire. Pamucho. And the many abre.
Yeah, talk a loose fire you. Because I know that thing.
And yeah, oh my part of my ben of his roofing Anna.
Me the more Ghana and the whole of the floor, me didn't Ghana.
The country Ghana, because I know idea, no. Move around with soccer when I angry.
And then I'm going to net better team to myself. Say I Ghana and yeah, can was a media. I don't believe there's a Ghana minimum.
Anyway, and then as my American, many countries are qualified for Africa. What do you go World Cup? No, now even Africa, maybe one continent. And so now bet me a qualifier. No, what to lift an African Cup, our African continent. No, you need to do a lot. And so wait me, I lift it. That tells us to say. I did be a very competitive. No, we come out there, come with Babontia, and come with other continents. Libya, I said, come with me, prove BBT. I say, yes, you're the champions of this place. And I say, you say what I say. And so, see about World Cup, and you're just 2 continents. There are 2 continents, and Europe, right? And Latin America, South America. Omumienu, sa anko France, then in Italy. Anko Italy, then in Germany. Anko Germany, na by Belgium, England, or Majiba Cope. Almost cried the first time almost 2 World Cup, no. I'm by joining, you know.
Yes, Spain. No, Spain.
No, Spain. Spain, very good. Na Spain ebinio
na Portugal muna
na Portugal munina Portugal so ma so super na ukwa Latin America so side na Argentina na Uruguay for crowd tras on be na Peru want me aba Bolivia munina be baba so then you see Brazil ye bo mu di kwa mu kwa dem place no Omu Cup no man, you keep no bread, press not any gold. Omu beton or bontia. A boka craka. A big old team more. And just team no dimu. Now I day And as our two continents, even though I dear bono baby, uko Asia, bobo din.
What you can.
Uba Africa continent, I have bonny din. Uko Australia, mo bonny din. And see then I said just two places, see. And one almost left cap on the Tembia. Because first, now come the imagine cause say, hey, Biana, Sebio, Europe, first world country, you know. And as only a well developed in certain areas. The other man who say the development with the and of course South America. They are more almost to say Africans, almost to say Asians. This is why I say, woman when Europeans in their rubber shoulders on the football, not the Acadian team. Only a Paul, when I bar first intimate metro mount. Chira wadwene na the country African continent which may you country back winning now the description
Yo. May I say
you got the same question so after that.
It's here for me Chobia. May me chrome. Me chrome Ghana.
Cigaro de Mayivia man Morocco.
May me chrome Ghana. Me chrome Ghana na may you any say. Corruption no adulso and I yentimi sebi ase empanyimfo mu di yanim ewo yagudie mu no sebi ase omo nwene oman no agudie said de bia meka no selfishness ayo omo ma na omo personal business a omo de wurade nim no and so ayo omo ma omo tum all because si enya de omo besiu say we efe penya or feel say that person feels say or you're on top of everybody or on top of the whole nation. And now your man penny so or also so the sports minister you so any or as on fahon and once here this title natural so sports minister. The course swap or minor good you on fahon. Okay, me basso me and say young share Europe, may France. Ebi kind. Share France national team. About 90% are foreigners. 90% of France national team are foreigners. Most of it are Africans in Kwan. The entire Africa, young team left World Cup. And they say, me chrome Ghana. The abbas is here, you won't see, and I may baby a fat on. They are qualified for World Cup. And my young says, our players now, yeah, they both qualify for this World Cup. Our players, your team need good. Your team need good. You need boy, boy, and Kalana Kasa, you know, more boy, you boy, and Anna to say, a mom with me, they could do this, you know, this level. Coach, you didn't yet. And a penny, F, no so penny or honor. Your players are what amanone Europe are ye good. I bet me a foul and do my backup players as so far in your moon. Near ye train your moon yet me a solid team. Yes, I no. And na sebi mansun who I am fat be bianco for bibiama. Say, while my ball qualifiers in Bintino and in Tinucasi a friend. Your friend no was so on mat and I say and I'm doing second was so on man and also a banon in bar. When you bar so bo your confarina say ye or bo near Jacapa 1 year cap man or mining nana yaji adiano a depending na a bon mine yon unqua sunny panqua and you see at near ye who say I play away your friend no was he say play away your book I qualifiers no or maybe until no or to me ya qualify you and yafina now must say last no because I na monkey the work babu the chop then no care casas and someone I won't hear no one pay attention that's some say ya Jimmy a check ya Jimmy a check share Europe share France, quite and Italy cry and nay a department 2 for no money, and then department 2 for Omnama from national team. Quite Germany and then Japan, goalkeeper, where you tuntum. Ade, and the beauty how long na sadia we ye be jai sadia no ye say I wan kobo we bi engineer fara and the nipan so magoni di and ye visa sa team na ye de call no esia no a year na work up ni yakobon for say
me twa no me ma question afa to aso ade was ma working em say FA Ghana de no kra no em say GFA chairman no kra no verbally on wankasa akasa say ena nansan say me hu clip bi no say mo players na mo frefro mo ma no
but
I stand to be corrected though say no credit dia
I no cry say
or say one badia this time you're right and I say you're wrong.
Also on pre kwada no na de obepre na de obepre am ya fro bia on premier fro ba Ghana ya odia ana Ghana setting na ya odia ana mpanyifo aboti ho ana okeka sansemu anum na moto na modum ani hwe no ni ekọ west sika just like that enya sika bia ya ibia de say yakobo ne yakoje enya sika bia na mum efe yesi ekodi din ni bi yes ekodi asma aka daddy asma sa topic you adba ehia pa se Ghana mpanyifo omo betra se pa asem wei omo ntra se ndwene ho pa yi pa se adenti ena omatimi agimi ache sa sebe
Pacho
se adenti ena yetimi tra ho ema obma bi so ebesesa ye players de ko no yesa no omko shamom so use ya kase players esa de say emra ye de no yomara look so obi no ade ya ade te say minyi your friend say Messi emrem Messi ni ruda wo ye wa Argentina de edu national assignment they put it aside no my friend obey assignment no dem no after assignment no mo ibia de ya no my punishment bia no my de Ghana de enye kom de enye sa ya de aye manso na ye twe manso hu ya because krono na doso out to the sense say wo kraku ti ho say won pene eme enye we why me ye fro bia me pene me enye say me pene because Sankofo na yakofre wo mo no omo ba sokola afia no wonya bi Sankofo na yakofre mo ba mo nya bi ena onso na adwen say Ghana national team no isi anu odi ye ni business I bet you say sa squad we na omo dey abo qualifiers no odo pa ma ade ni nru ho okra kuba so different players dey omo ba be we na coach no so ono si tubo nkoso na ono so age atum na age atum because on some wenum na no ofra ontimi wo mo ebi na on Kevin Watson Sulemu Ntali mu no
yeah
ontimi wo mo enti no onu fu say obi a obe kisse ne ba all the time nkwala no ena nkwala no obuntimi hu say he wako African Cup kra yentimi an qualify all because of who say hu na wudi yenti now they akwa kwose Chris Houghton unse hu na wudi
they mean find Chris Houghton that be enyo wo mo
no they akwose na aboa bi jina yakobo ina odidi Chris Houghton atem
that be
no odidi atem
that be enyo Chris Houghton
we say who depend no
Mama will be more support no more man the necessary support and is any to work against you know
okase more against you know it's what than no simpapa yin
aye so unko failing na
we did good accounts
oh that be and the man pay mama I didn't agree to that anyway
I deal with your common sense mon frère omo nimbo Ofra wo yo matter what I'm so am money and now I'm so am okay me na me kan ye me sa so bua mon frère me Kevin Prince Watson o ya ko friend ya bo ayino obobi wa mo bi yenyi akwa we to chayi afarijan no
oh
ya babo mo babo I qualifiers obabo ya mamode ayewe e qualify edu ona mo keke na under the bus edu ona mo keke na under the bus ma fana ko
I'm going to find Nike buy.
And I'm going to find Nike didn't buy.
Okay, and you're right. But this time around, no.
Say, Mukacha say, I and then move walk to say, I'm impre. Umpre, what that's not so umpre, other permanent no. Not press now, almost say on my bono, what I'm on frail. Not some by USA. Some of us work a cook alcohol. Okraku, so also your bema pa. Usu be dear one first place now. Now so be dear one my coach, one ya coach ram and one first place no more. Am I will in some bono? Now so be dear chaba USA, Obaba between her. Okraku, Obaba, I need you so come Mexico. Some call. And I Canada cow, the USA party, Opamema, and Carbeti. That man was see.
Muntori da wona ya Africa ye money
I say you Jimmy Crasam said Jimmy Crown. You share Europe. Share European team next team in African players in Kwa.
And
Now yet what? Now say Abiana Mitete say a cassette. Omubo players are free African yabo Mbappe yabo Hakimi yabo boy guardian fence Barcelona guy Rashford yabo boy bia country bia look at all this. Look at all these players. All these players are world class players. And so Obama high Obia no Obama ne mai Obia European country no and Obia able and omodije and yes ya power and omaso abesisa no omode edi yewe enti da be pa na sebi nyansa common sense ni benyabi.
But this educate ya cry so about blaster penny and you know say bitisa.
Bye papa de ne buy up cigaro no obetua sika obetua ye nyina papa de ne buy betua sika no edu o ma afre no
enti afre de also oba this as you any point bia o bia point ball into
no o ma dwen enda da o say sa squad we ni ye wo squad o ma dwen na da o mo
there be team leader
mo ma dwen yani Comoros boy yani Comoros boy
bra answer the issue wa
yani Comoros boy say Comoros that ya bia say o yan come say I'm telling you say come say come be say chances be kwa na timi ye nya one chance boy nya na and only say you na kudus timi and no ya chance bia
last week you can come ko say
ai ya timi nya chance bia biem ni nya mo tra ho enwene
enye team. They have to beef it up. They have to beef the team. Some technical people, na coach, you know, or man, the son of someone you be more behead the idea. No more Johnny team na man.
Come on,
because and yet way near the level. Anyway,
the bia mumani pa the bia near the seguity, the bia near the seguity, the bia quiet.
Yeah, first round view.
Come on.
The first round. Anyway, me that's brother Paul. Me the same notion. Once also picking up. Now so try one way friend also can be. And there won't be a bekebiano. Would me pick Morocco now? But one can pick out there.
I mean, in general, me that's a pass. Me ya kunye na me ba program so na me so be chama dwen. But me be say me George dey na no me no be.
Okay.
But George kan ya me maintenance ye. Nye George na maintenance yo. The okay no. And I maintenance. Yeah, nye George per se the okay no na maintenance but asem na okay na kasa na me akasa madwem de kwachira nya sabia ani mu mame eche se Ghana ketukaku timbe jina monten do bi na no kan bi se ya bound nche da na obekasa na wa manti no nya committed. I mean say we are say obi o wa obi ane no obi ade no ho right until that time na right time for the person. Why do you expect the person to come? Because me who very familiar some we are man me home famia e be maba oh let me tell you Prince Boateng here can to me Prince Boateng 10 Ghana down 3 times say people don't want to know the truth na make at Prince Boateng otaniga who was okay on kwa na ya kwasi ni na was say hwemu a onu kwa de onye Ghana ni onu agiro Boateng na Ghana ni ona ne papa ne mama ni na Ghana fo nti omko hwe agiro Boateng no. Nema be bruni. As what can Ghana no. Kuzentachi. But Kuzentachi a follow up no. We need you. And you also need us. So and the more last week or the buy no. Or buy and so we prove no. Enti keto question what kind no. But me no as far maybe jamija kane na me kan nese obi afansa da ho. Se question what kind no. Bimitie George Biaka. But me catch them say a Spain a correction via all year because when you say Ghana for a binom a buyer say education Callum Hudson Odo ya na Ghana for you say wa make be say and to what na omko for mo ba am vacance say kan ti asemo kan no waka dear cause why be that but I can guarantee you says I go for me anyway Saki to go ya also be German I say well coach in the Juma media the FA president coach the Tilipa meeting kabi coach if you say we and
yeah, more like I told her that I see I mean I said I'm saying coach and quiet selection.
They make out just say and Tona Omu Chani Bino Sana I said make Denu because yeah, Obespinia, say, Eddie at home. Not going to say, or no quality, no what can I say? But
for the influence.
Hey, the coach, Echo for the bar, what can say? Because we make a recent a maybe, or we can say, we need player selections in the Ubekaya. The coach for another young Mojuma, or you brother. I won't focus on no, you know, correct. Tis a way, why make say, and you know, I'm free. Next side in the bar. I'm over because say kind. Tricky being all tricky. Oh, you gonna find me.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, so you gonna find me. Office any pay empire. Yeah, I don't know. You wouldn't say a week before qualification, 1 week before qualification. Mr. Gonna put in a anyway, more most subscribe this batch up, most subscribe my Namu say message we. Then question because some making a deep pampa so be Georgia Kabi very deep but they making I can win easy to some share video mo bia na one most subscribe so most subscribe na me Ghana for I don't know the BS never have a pomocho e bi do be en kasa se no bi mu nti wunnim the obeye oba be show no subscribe unya ya no aye preko obi aye the whole world everybody does it and now untimi nyen so a no the share page na make video no also fast chairman go no be any bi also boa ni nyina nkwa enim hwe mama ga se mi nchemo kedokaku a week before me were evidence say kedokaku any Callum Hudson Odoi and me exercise on telephone I show him say onye no ho na omobo no till at least January this year he will be part of the team. Say also you can send me George can send me about Ediketia ni papa ni back Ghana under 17 to play for Ghana. Also mu hieska omu tueska so masafa boy number na eno sa de no ti papa na Ronaldo say ne ba no pa de ka Ghana de come no bobo no bi da ba boy no on Canada onye so mo Ghana de wo sa de na o mo kan on ka bi de wo ni parents no e na omo no fi say omo no mo ni ni ba boy na kasa no Arsenal no a oni Thomas Tepate ho no wo he video bi a na omo interview o ka say no the Ghana flag e che no no o say already is that time po na World Cup asim bi amai and o say on there say if the chance come the time is right he will play for Ghana. This guy went to the sense say or catch the England coach Southgate English coach Southgate say something be back. Yes, now for me over the challenge now you more there any me ma
man for me
exactly
now we go for England.
Yes, now go send me chance. So I will be a bit my bubble. This boy You're afraid the second time, no why or not? It's not England corner. This guy
is
commitment baby. Yes, yes. It's commitment baby, and I have to say the power. What are you talking about? Prince Martin body. Okay, say, Ninia Jerome, and a Ghana, you know, there. Oh, you're Ghana. On the ground.
Boy.
Also, no name me Brunina Jerome, the name of me, and never pay in Ghana. So don't go near Ghana. And you're going to
Oba so be proven. Obe
boy. Let's Madam, I saw a cane. Make us no business and business. Say, Timmy, who's say.
And yet,
side boys say, Bomudia. I'm up for the other day. Better than about half of the place. Who's say. I'm telling you the truth.
Of course.
I'm telling you the truth.
Of course.
Boy. Forever is a Europa League. Boy. What are you talking about? Boy. Was he boy name and the man of the match? Oh, England do. Now vote here. Say who players are more better. Excellent. Who can't say who you want to tell us say some boys now. Boy, let's say who's no go for better than Sago for him. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Now even Crampono, are you Anto Semenyon Poa? England for agent to say this guy is doing well. Omu England, Omu Retia, in Edinketia higher than Semenyon in English League. Make catch on there, or your ratings, no? Or men Edinketia cry. Edinketia is all the way up there when you talk about the ratings of English players. And our English National League a team though. Even though it was a friendly match, but he played. And he wouldn't mean can't say, boy, boy, and the time when Hurricane, a general as well, and then they call a couple of yeah, and you can't, not only working soon now, you crowd, even Tony, you're from only afraid to get here. Think about it. To you, who best not say, Sango for can never make Ghana better. Name Momo, Obeswa, you know the work was our boys here, to Papa, here. Ball bar no the ball coach don't you.
The ball come and yomo. Yeah, the midway so here. Coach Otoado ask why Otoado may catch the one neck. Asema cigar kaino. Daddy, asema cigar cano. I dear catocra quieno. A trap be.
Oh yeah, I said trap. I said
it.
No,
again, why not you? Why na adwuma na wie adwuma no why wie wadi kan ama Otoado one man others. Hey, don't do this. And as outside no be san ba no be ka say your obeba outside be interview no be ka say I me dem here inti. Okay, first of all, so wouldn't say wouldn't to me bia wo calling players are calling up players are don't even mention class say
yeah, but say the whole thing say Obeka say maybe someone size just way by Otoado interview first. Otoado can say or no dear Obeka every player one on every Obia situation and or never pay. And you know, sa okay, asthma Obeka and I'm just saying he said that was set it up not all. Na eba wadane no ho na wada capture Ghana for you na say me de yanka say po but coach no so po and so no omo je na so one performance they are better than most of the players and we have no choice. That is what they're going to do at the end of the day. But then who is that question? After the question say why is Central America and Europeans when it comes to the world football now they are better than us. Other countries in there, but the question I say, it's the passion for the sport.
Okay.
Central America, honor Side Brazil, the passion for football, it's okay. About 99.9%. The first toy, ball. And it's not only about talent, and from the beginning, and I said, yeah, the passion, the country has put in a good system. Now listen to this. A better system in over there. park biya wo ho biya so mo ye biya so mo ye ni yie se le be ya akora no mpo se oni talent no mpo a no be so osua the first step facilities ho no akora no remu a obetimi I aba no money right hwe me example bi Gabriel Jesus ya we striker ya no masisi ya ba na ya we prayer o saba returning no openti dango no ye painter akora kitikiti no oh the streets of Sao Paulo no penti dango o space we omo me art ni bi no aduma no ye no but onam studio no sabbo e wo kwa no tio because of the passion and say stadiums in a park na one a good you know okwa dey na wia no assign ko oba no na boys dey ball no ko bi tie sem ni yo say park na here na facilities dey good you know on the advantage to play one day obi ga say bema painting ni jai mi do ko no ni ko Palmeiras and when you tie the same thing if you come to Europe. Look at how many soccer academies is in Europe. Even though the passion is there, no, they've created a lot of incentives and facilities and everything for anybody who wants to play the sport. And who call Europe academies? Where we say, guy, we can be a boy, a Dutch Heitinga, so different Heitinga. Busa no question. Also, no. Owo Spain ehona na okusku also owo school no na open football no oho na be fa ne call academy no na sa academy ne call enso esa school ehona be sua wade ehona yo bi bia obe studies obe ko college obe ko bi bia under the same academy na bobo I Robin yeah ogidi bebe yeah that's ni I Robin same thing
Robin, yeah.
yes ono academy na do ni degrees ni bi bia omo na cater no because of football and you are playing and your spare time no be hey Lionel Messi Spain or Barcelona Academy La Masia I want to call you but school eka ho bibia is atache to be obi bia na bi wadwim till when it comes to contractor because of school you have an idea you know what you're reading you know what you're signing who agent there but also TBS until they put them there for them to grow into the sport. That is why they are better than us. Yeah, you know, the system here. Oh, Ghana, the whole African continent, the whole African continent.
Ghana system, yeah, Ghana system, no, Ghana system.
Yeah, but Ghana, they look at the Ghana company. They say, yeah. Now look at Nigeria. We didn't say Nigeria. Footballers in Nigeria, right? Population, footballers in Nigeria by numbers. Bigger than the whole of Accra, a population. Players of football, more than Accra population. Ewo Kronum, and it's all for 11. Akobobola, Sagofo Inuma. Are you serious? You want to tell me, say, these are the best 11 for over 2 point something million footballers in Nigeria? No, this is the best 11 you can come up with. You see, sir, another way, and they kill African football. And they mean to you see it me, and that will be an 8 years old. No, yeah, we say FIFA. Every country be a World Cup will be ano. FIFA gives you 13.5 million to develop your country and a grassroots football. Say, but yeah, unquire ne ba or maybe so Ghana ya kodi. Nobody.
Siga, Michuano. That about a couple of days ago, that me share Kumasi Asante Kotoko Morocco
why that
aye na me share Kotoko pa players jump ball na me share dinam say hey eti Ghana players afa dey say ni akodu bono no plan
George the okay in Nigeria sa Morocco team na wo kana that why that of Morocco now wo kan masa mo airborne we didn't say top world class footballer Obama Chelsea Obama Monaco Obama Olympique Marseille If any Zay, so make I say, or no, but Chelsea or they call Saturday or baby so one pass it, even on the Saudi Arabia. No go or Galatasaray. That guy no Zay. Uncle wake up, one of your best player. He was their captain. Zay can come back to Morocco and play for why that hold on Saturday the football. Was that come back ever ball? Since I
You see?
say we, it was that team no one. Who got
Where then I go to confirm me.
no, on plan, that with that in it, I grab it was a protocol. Oh,
Let me ship. I said academy and yeah. Cigar so cat Fantomas. Okay, back in the days. Fantomas. Ne ye war a year near war pa ye pick it a place. A free. Especially okay. Okay, so if you press no case to me provide the Emma region teams. Share press and near cost school to school copy. And then the year of money to say Obiano is just own nama. Oh, in a way they say, Guardian Crackers or
Survival of the fittest.
yeah, but
because
yeah, but that the whole thing is so when you're talking about development now, and I say the best of the best when it goes to Europe and Central America and then they say no and Africa continent Asia near this omunya dio but omunya no say Asia say no omaja to me say they are developing, they are coming up. The plan to her say obeso reach go bi nti believe say bedu ho no sang of no I have be antimi nchom bi mu da say omomadi kan I am for and as one mom yemu a Europe ne Central America no mutimi Asia for the way I sang for develop
Korea South Korea mu go try
yeah but the way yeah the way we see develop ba no because the plan to her say they want to get to that or maybe the goal be a year they don't want to reach that goal and the plan of no but Africa no ye ni plan bia ena the one so ye hwesu ye ena ye de no the mistake ye say wo maka ya back in the days na 80s 70s 80s na Africa gen na so pa na African Cup of Nations na dinner na ye boy na wo say players people free mu ba ye wo ko Nigeria wo kala no wo ba Ghana Razak no wo ko Karisha Bawa wo fa ha we wo fa first Morocco any Algeria you will players be na omo odin Raja Raba Maje no na de that time no yes that time no na you amateur football mu okay, now this is the thing that people don't accept near what amateur football no African football was growing, it was getting strong the moment that they change back professional mu and African football as I said here from because you need a honor what's up now can a honor corruption is at the edge yeah professional no a honor they all see you your way your board of directors your way to your hot and a corruption in ano as I say club ownership ebem and a way me kwana team media and me owner of the team this is me also me cut no na say na players so contracts na dey na so be every issue and after so you turn players akwa amanoni e say je fence ay transfer fee tama ye amateur no transfer fee bi asem ni ho e FA no and the player no be ko na omo de Magana ban na say Nigeria ban na Cameroon ban ho anything no player no o passport na the whole place obia passport the sports ministry what does it obia passport ultimately two coin without the consent of the FA wo krum woman so the bear professional no pet a hono FA ni control bi asa dem everybody's independent and no na kum African football Egypt cry almost sorry ba so kakra na nyina woni say Egypt omo Algeria obaka ya almost Saudi baby ni so almost be ko baby Senegal so baby omo nyina still ejegu because system no if buy na ko sibo ni smart or the two teams say the political so omo de democracy ati adwene mu a asɛe African content no the same thing no de you know saa professional way no ada destroy ye football nti yɛntimi nnuro ni mu da oh unless say ye plan it say the Asia for so the same thing no na ɛwi ɔmo ɛna ɔmo ho plan no so no ade wɔ mo ayɛ nti saa na ɛte deɛ a ɛne ye be creative plan bi ɛde ato hɔ near fight towards that plan ɛna ɔmo de kɔ so no to hwɛ Japan Korea the progress is very low but steady. They are going little by little, right? And European countries also no. She say no, omo hoda da. Say who Spain untouchable. Who call Argentina untouchable. Oh, Brazil. So even American, United States of America. Look at them. Come on, ye ball. Na ye ball. Na America for no mabia. And then omo be Copa America. Omo je yin na a Copa de Oro. E dey no money. Na Ghana dey ready in 45 years. Nothing, zero. Sanity, da. Tiasem dey. Eno na eku African football.
Me da say. E bro madwene so e bro me nti ase because they are bobo in da isi oto enso for my dey. Nti me nti ase say ye nyina ya ade na ase school da ase si obebre na school bi kwona fe yes for one particular school on for pass say half for as the teacher for ready in name school for ready in name enduane bibia e wa bia bi wa ase ade entra and cause corruption and mismanagement and I say whom you know and I say I don't even know.
And you're working now, daddy. You're working now. You're working now. And your money and sour body now, and you was adding. And your money mismanagement, corruption, whom you know. Some your mommy and sending now, and you was Africa continent. Yeah.
Circle Ghana and me Slemo me wait me if Ghana say a friend is there sample there analysis yeah Mutimo say Ghana team near one this year players no right 1 2 coach no or you capable 3 technical people no as a beef no up with the more experienced people. 4, do we need psychologists to, prepare the people? And 5, as I say, abiding in gym. Say, BB, kwachiwa, because who ye BB, and I say, BB anyone, a checky wa. That is why I move Yanama for Mundino. And this year, so we be busy, and I say, and co-writer. So big speaker say, I'm in a chairman, Macassi and one, and I say, Mina mere coach in the me pen a maye. I'll be a giant who's a Diana. Now, Diana, no, Muti figure has keko. Yeah, there are someone just on my. It doesn't mean that team Mudia. A Ghana for team, and the young in a territory. And yes, some members, you ain't be managers, you ain't be coaches, you ain't be water boys. And the Jabba Mama, certain people. It is a baby coach who say, who is the right person? Obey me at TSM. And if there should be somebody there like that, Mummy, you saw when young country almost say, they have to prepare a team. I bet check you so that because we are not just going there to make the numbers. Some corner, one can in time, no be a funny rare, and say,
Dada. I saw can in make sense, but look, Ghana, we don't need anybody. Be I say, one na obey my say, no, Kuso, also just no. Ghana, they make because of the fact say, Ghana, a dahona, you know. Saturday na wo kan no e dey make perfect sense and no dey any sensible human being be will think what you thinking but Ghana da ho no Saturday na wo kan enye djuma the only thing that a bit my djuma oh yes enye djuma e ma Ghana we that way I'm telling the truth in Nigeria no nyina the same thing ye nyina ye shatter the crop yeah mama ka say bi seriously ye nyina shatter the crop Nigeria kwa no me west classing yeah mama ka say bi say Ghana no we don't need a psychologist. So they be asking Meka. All we need for the team, and I say Ghana footballers as a whole, no, motivators. Some people who motivate them. Kofobi, And no, it's more than that. We didn't say Ghana no talent no ho, adwene no ho bibia yadwuma. But omun nya bibia nyina so emfa anya de no some the yam omu man o. And this is where you have players omo ho a omo ya de ni bi da. Omo gidin a omo system no mu a eye current amafo nyina kai omo no. Involve them into the team. Common sense. Look at Argentina. Dada. George, Muniha. And then 2022. And tell you. 2022 yeah, call wake up. Argentina on first game home Lucy. Me boy.
Right.
I didn't coach here. Okay, so placing in by every position what the former player by. Every position or Argentina. Omo no more a holiday be holiday. But omo man come no. Omo fly omo from Argentina to Qatar. Say every position, including Messi. They're not born number 10 that time, no. Say about but they also no born. Or they call say more magic cap in the video. Campus no near there. Burichaga no was look. Mono Moncasa. Into every position. Mascherano no way kasa. When way kasa. When way kasa. Anyway, yes. And this is how they did. And from there, ominous match against Mexico. They beat Mexico and the stars were the limit. Motivation. That's all they needed.
First again, okay, what is it different from the Amenoya program? Maybe I say, even Waterboy Crano should be an old player. Yafama, dance Marco Phobi, Ubushi and Nibi and also be not this opposition. I bring off one number one more to be paid. They can do that. I don't know talking video at the it is what is your crab, Park or the ama player now. No, I can't be able to assume Taloko too much. I quite down on the ball of fan thing. No, no, I can't be no. What a boy, crying, what a boy.
Yeah, George, maybe so because about Mika win to the day I'm real. Then I tell some way, the day I'm real who a past that day, I almost wet. Let me hear radio. I will microphone because that day I'm a say. Some of them you interview if I'm mistaken, interview is a Suleiman Terry. Now that day, you caught 2010 World Cup. I could make a name for ourselves, right? And now players, Ghana, because it didn't go for now. I have so many I don't know about US. So on the ball ceremonial match, right? Now on the old players in me can old players are talking about in Fum, Oseko Fi, a fence, a Baba Yara, almost Mr. Baba Yara, a fence, a Ibrahim Sunday, any a Razak no almost so many dom coin. And now Omi say Omuno Mumbego no meaning combo. The reason why I tell me who say your old players no coin. The only person I was say place need be. I had 3 players. I want to say team no more. I'm going to 2010. I'm going to say I old person. What as a Mojan? There are you. Yes, as a Mojan. There are you. And I John Mensa. Sango Mensa pen it me kai say we no say Kofi. We say any Razak. I'm telling you. Omo Kenya nobody knew anybody.
Wow.
And this is kind of couple of nations 3 times. He was standing there, Abdul Razak was standing there, golden boy. Are you paying who no? As a mother and a there you. The name say we need.
They saw no crowd, they did crowd, they papa pictures, one more, or be a woman or deal, or the woman I deal with home because we don't have
a yeah, I don't know. And I was already so. They can say, Hall of Fame. Okay.
Yeah.
Because museum crying. Now, we try to make a raho, or to make a research it, let's make a record. Now, and you're awesome. Now, Command Sports Stadium, Command Sports Stadium, Ghana, any a year bubble. Ghana, any a year bubble, if I say a World Cup qualifiers. Nigeria, yeah, boy, na you qualify a Catalan. Now, Command Sports, now a I look at the arrow who crack say, now a you, Sinapia. So no catch him no obeka do sense. No ni you know only a semi two ganon a semi go forum any go for any old place no.
Yes.
I currently know.
Kumasi.
Omo ko Kumasi omo kana police for us support omo police for so many. The police stop them from going because they don't know them. Ghana, and two more times say it is that police, you know, who hear about Ghana. To him, for Ghana. Yeah, yeah.
Back. Yeah, someone can motivate the players, no.
Yeah, yeah.
Before cycle,
yeah, no, so maybe they all turn back and left.
Sige, asema awo kano, sa we na awo kano nyina no. The daddy call for kind the awo kano nyina no. It make sense pa ye nyankofo be motivate players nya ade. Daddy call so ka bibi say sa your fankofo a omo build it in your man be committee abia ombe yesi anase he sa de nyanya so mu nimo they know.
Oh yeah, so
they know but me dia me man say he enu ma bi o ha ye ntratra ho because they see ade na du no they see ade na du no oba ye ne say Ghana agudie no ese oye omo dia omo personal property omo personal cocoa farm omo tu omo cocoa omo tu omo cocoa eti sa de na ekoso no media me person me bisa say eti Ghana ban nipa appointed no as a sports minister no wonim de anade ekoso nya wonim ana wo hui na say ya be ma yi bi say omo de budget bi aba ama budget na omo de buy no it make sense o can say utimi nya tumi o utimi nya tumi e ka say sense ka we num nya de you are not gonna pay you for sense ka mo e ka siga ada asase mu amiti okra kan o ka che nam sam ko hu ye and I'm saying okay now we are getting somewhere sana madwin ye nam so okay now we are getting somewhere na afedi du ha so be kan na no fafasa akwa o kan sa akwa they said there ayi okraku be ye afidi a trap our beseti media to me ni de nyame anim se Ghana ya sore akọ ye hia big demonstration me na meka
anyway anyway
never call sports ministries never call
no so obi DFA kura mo office e dan na si o
say ye dey tie daddy ye dey be kọ ho say ye dey kọ ho na so obi ani dan nim bia say ne dan no e dan ne hu hia say dan ne be so ye bubu no
obi ani wan po
na me chese tie na me ka no say dan ye dey si wo say ye dey dan si wo say munta munya adwuma na se abeba ho na se dan no da bia ye ba ho na obi anim bia e dey dan say hu hia say be si wo
da bi o na say da bi o me bo na say me baba
demonstration na wasi ye
yeah George I know they to accept because we don't have to have an office for us to demonstrate or protest say protest and say I conform protest against Trump obi no ko jan White House omo yam protest o baby then you bet my protest demonstration we don't need an office to go there to protest you bet my no so na say obi okumasi no here protest maybe o just sports ministry na say on kan maybe I won't kind protest you bet no protest okumasi and then as long as yeah message you know everybody want you know but George I never quite have no Ghana no side demonstration area na inform who be be why you mo dey say the way I have
yeah first one and yeah peacefully yeah who share yeah second one peacefully yeah who share and the third one no I didn't hear
yeah but Ghana no one thing is Ghana for pass some so asem here dey be asem we can Ghana for pass some so asem we make luta e duro pe hey Ghana no be askata so no Ghana for there and we come bomu nya de em from cause the other countries no omutimi dey do or die no Ghana for this Yeah. Oh, scatter.
Mienu miensa pe bi. Mienu miensa pe. Mienu miensa po.
But
No,
David man,
hijack
David,
the
but
sponsor you plan.
yeah, David man say,
No,
David man, yeah, effective and say, yeah, kasa say, I don't come say no. Sa no ma we say no. A question pa, but yeah, sometimes yeah, because video the whole enko baby YouTube on so unko foko every day. Obi go ko bo ni ko krumuti go pia ebo no akotom no ahwe no atie say Kofi Asama can dear, to be honest. It makes sense, but a horn will be befa a day, baby, because they are coming to Rwanda. A casa will radio, no biko cassim be one lang a ibokayo, go for atrocity, can say, Ebers a crona, the nipe we. So sometimes the words are very powerful. So, what's the powerful? Nakan Piper and Bible crying in Unifaso.
And that's what I'm
no, the beer you do be aba was ha. I have my baba and be baba jebi na me ko.
Debbie George, Mamika Michel. And then because it's a George Chini, ye table channel, ye knew the echoes on the Eka. Ghana, before qualification, so Makaya, third game the bass, you know. Tiesima Ghana for Kai, about 99.9%. Every Ghanaian said Utwado, and Yadi, including the sports minister, Ebe Kasasam. Ghana for a year say Okaku, then go for Namunko. And the team look like a black sample. Mother saying this bandit, me kaipa. Tama almost same Mali. Este Comoros. Who say the same Ghanaians today are hailing this black star as the best team in the world.
No, they are not.
The same people are saying so to adu yenye we boy. The same people are saying so Okaku when they work up second time we boy. This is what they're saying. This is exactly what they're saying. You see, Ukrom with that. Hey, Mama Kasabi, what's the Ghana for? Short memory.
Short memory. True.
Yeah.
True. I don't cast as no. I'm about for Antia said that. And so no crepa.
Danakov. Who here is possible? Who here is possible from Kwarabrim? Mebo. Who the Infa Ghana to change? Infa Ghana count. Be never seen including the whole world of football. But that bang and a woman say, Obi country be FA president. What in the neighborhood? Mebo, Togo for FA president. We don't
know.
Nigeria, FA president. We don't know. La Côte d'Ivoire, FA president. We don't know. And soon as they get to Kaku, Obian around the world. Set Ghana as a Comoros. No jump park is also why no hungry. Me who be that.
That's what I make us say.
Because English Premier League in Poa the best league in the world. FA president. Mahé League Yabis in minimum that. Nidimpo minim. La Liga, FA president. Nobody knows. Bundesliga crowd the West. What name? But Ghana FA president. Everybody knows him.
Because I the personal what Ghana make I don't know yet. Because
born no una uhwe so keke wo enya wo dia wono ye you say see a first man edipa se go here bibia ye nyina ntimi kunti no wo ko ye mai see ehia we ya ye nyina ntimi yenti no wo ye mai say wo
yes how
that
but don't understand their duties. Omo fi say adeni ye omo dia
yeah ayi kan say many je pa Brent Mahama, I say, Ghana team, no, Ghana for you, Tino, it's not for only one person. Okay, you introduce and way, as what kind. Was it on the end of one? Was it a sign of one cramp when say Ghana, no, Sa coach in some no. Was there to channel every Ghanaian is a coach.
No, me chama no. She got me slamming in her say. Me pamocha. Oh yeah, obi fa.
Oh,
Me nyam kakra. Come back say me batu.
in pato, I then I am mute where you know Kakrama instead of MM. Because
Yeah.
because I
The main person me can say. Idea we see the see air cost right now. Say ya nyere ye ho. Ya ma ya ni anya de ade aye ye nto ase say atiefo me di me san come kan we be sramo atiefo me sramo ade we mu nhye ne ehia pa ema sa de program aye program aye sramo mu nhye pa mu subscribe na mu share me sramo because ebe bua ye ama du so ha ma mu so atibi empanyifo na atibi sa asem na ye ka no eye no krochodo ne ye ka no ye ntimi ntina ho na ade aye dia no ya ma obi abefa no de ko no wasa ko befa de ko a no abe polish no wasa be to wasa ma ye ya be se place ko ne ya sa no oba ndi akobo no ba sa di oba UCI place no ma sa di ahye na sa players na ennyame adom se yetimi qualifier omo ye willing so oba be bo ama omo man na yesi ye pene football ayi FH mate ho no mo say mempene ma me yi that's say the way osi kan no the way osi ade no osi kan interview na ye na the osi kan no obeka say arrogant be ne there you be say Ghana team no Ghana national team ya ne dia na Ghana good no e ya ne dia na sports minister so te ho na what ho ade oya de on national TV wunya obi ahu bi na mo te ho now no respond obi afa respond ama
me pato me wo dey me da say me bibi be to us na we out me to us na so siga so fa me sramu ala me busa question bi in between me two mamu me nyina but me nya response me say crop of players na ye do omo ko World Cup yi eso eni number 1 enti eso ni ayemfa omo ye kika outside for you see players about almost 10. Yeah, for me in for justify. No more justify or more inclusion of a no number 2. Yeah, coach, you know. Movies are right to take us to that level. Say, go best for them, right? To get into semi-finals and that's finals. Yeah, coach, you could tell the CCA. You see the right coach to take us there, and I technical people. And ye penny or day anwa or not also the qualify no. Or you need the right person or the echo. The part 3 questions so more answer me because see a person ya cost through one more near Kone I collect go ya be kusa am kole ya pre o ma ko pe bibi kakra ba e see e show mu e ma no mu ko show up or through one more. Because almost carry an normal rescue, almost have normal rescue, dear Drew or no. Born on one and collide individual in omidi qualify you. And the teams now, and you say, woman, world class team so. No, Maka say, more qualified here, no one know. When woman world class team so. I find our committee who committee world class into a beef.
Yo, Siga, me forward. I didn't say 1 your team na enye sa 1 your team na enye sa so hwe boy omo boy said that the cup kind no omo na on me individual games omo ama ya na omo de edru that you know hwe your passes in go through your passes na nya accurate hwe boy na omo bono 1 ya chi hokran na enye yes on enye the born so omo outside born individual games no ma obi e born de you need game plan bia e so boy so far you the ball qualify na no plan bia information bia ni o 2 coach no onye Coach didn't yet. Coach in your coach, I was here at Nickel World Cup. I was here for your pet one. Mumia shad your way. Marcosi 913 traho. And Casse. You will coach your coach a papa baby wabontain. No, I'm a cassa coach in a say, I see car bedgiano, you're going to intimate now
because stand to be correct, and your question, Okraku.
Coach now, I bet coach in a say, yeah, bedgin, intimate ya, and it says, I didn't. As well, make a Saturday question touching a chassis here. Hello, Krakusuba Twasso. Well, Timintia, that's it.
I'm find your own pen in the back.
I just at the pan of Torn at the back and the Torn. So, what go far at the other boarding, never view ye, dear. I don't uncle for them ye. So, I'm going to pay cheap one. No, what's a Lusu? What's a Lususika?
I could go in more, so.
What's I could go in more as a woman pet world class. Coach Sribi.
Bebre Omudoso.
Bebo, Omudoso. Omon Pebi. Now the Otuado on Manuqua. Oma Otuado and your assistant. On Cano. No more fun cop. Now your technical, you know, almost no. Oh, and when I may catch you say, technical, you know, Ghana. And when I may catch a mention Ghana, Ghana ni Morocco game no.
Yeah.
Ghana ni Morocco game na mkasa omushe Ghana said that na Bakelesi ne Muntali ne Ghana me hwa mkasa na me.
Yes.
Omushe omu 2-0 na man na meka ubodi din sa odi Kamaru akoje odi ayiso je omu cap.
Rene.
Aha. Na ni abrepa say up to date papa ne still na no. Still na no oso opegana yemfa Ghana man.
Ghana coach bi so ababeka coach ba ku bi. Or also so Ghana or back handle top
Portugal coach so Ghana. Portugal coach or Ghana. No so Ghana team.
Also I'm an interview now. No so
or your Ghana team or Baso Beji Ghana. Young farmer no if you say Omun Timi and can't no Kofa ayi me na nabawe kofa we omo ntimi nkasa asem ne fa nkyere o eti de bia no o me so say me catch us say no a me ka say Ghana we don't need local coach. We don't need it. Yeah, local coach. Yeah. What this kind of FA president you sit here no. Yeah, local coach. Yeah, per coach bia foreign coach obetimi study up for himself say hey, adwuma no dia mame se me nye. Niawa no tra baby na me nyama adwuma. Aso ni a Jimmy film na me nko. Ana akwa say kwasi ayi katokraku de ehu odi hu atu omo so. Wodi hu atu omo so. O se so ye awinti ana omo so odi say awo ya mesiu, wo ya me yo say na amanfo abohu ana omo ntimi nka. Na me call Ghana, ma me ka asem we call Ghana one of the TV stations na omo ye show sports ayi and I'm afraid. My friend, I mean, making me point. Me make a point. I can't say, oh, I said, I wouldn't make a cast the same way. I want to say, I'm going to cry. And I didn't more yes, I did. No, do no. I say, oh, say, yes, I don't see yes, I say. I said, no, Honor was some kind of TV show, and I'm more brass in your muscle.
Me pacho, me. Woman say, oh, woman, your baba punis here.
And no, I'm here.
Oh, Yanni, I was saying, Obiet me, you obiet yes, you said you is wrong. Yeah, but you was a kind of crano.
I don't know. Sorry.
So, woman, no, a country man's uncle crack or cast semono. Yes, you know. I am yeah. It is only the right to cross over the
right of the casa.
Sure. What am I
the country Ghana, why should you grow way the way you grow? You see, I did the war. That you did the starting from Azuma boxing. Azuma the Koya, my word, ye did and Azuma so. I caught it. Ye way. And woman now quiet and one could talk. Sports
Yeah,
are
but
you like
today,
ball kakra this year be you know. Ball is so obo mo buy you know. Hwe se be hwe Jawla. I like Jawla time na. Na nye say na no mo tie. Jawla time na nye say no mo tie.
Yeah, me twa no.
but me okay.
Oh man you say na every question na touch so e ball kraku so. Hwade a omo ye. Omo the Ghana you na show mo bottom. So mo personal property.
This year players
And I'm not sure no one to be in country. Some your mother the call for can we they can do it, they know.
And American say, yes, I'm here. I
Because we are comfort.
Yeah, my main question is answer now because some question was an 3-1 na.
But
Yeah, but
also for the account to us because
yeah, but me no coaching once I'm there. George and the money will be an admin. Ghana, we don't need foreign coaches. Be from MY. Foreign coaches. Aba Ghana in 90 for Ghana never that. Ghana, you be a local base coach. Now listen to this. You will tell the American with the Mutin American. A reason into normal assistant. It's fine. You ain't mean dwelling on local coaches. Say, Obama Moses say no. Rather, if you don't have any good local coach here in Ghana, into fair one to also. But foreign also dear. So I have Renard and almost Morgan. I'm telling you the truth. Ghana no. But explaining. Ghana no. We don't need a coach. I said my car. The make be. Ghana don't need coaching. Ghana born you hear coach you. Afrani. Okay, so point blank. Okay, so say look me. Now my friend. Ghana look at football as a whole room. And the make you say wo bra. Who the born that. As a son of me from. Winning ball coming from Tiwabano, Kobobo. And the people respond.
Information ban on Kobo.
Huh? Formation say, formation they say, debut. Only was setting team there.
And a set team up. What's set team up? They will come. What's set team up? So who here coach? What's set team up? Preferred players. What top players. What from Obunya? Edo Baba, Obun one born the ball. It's not no Marco James on Kobo one. The information on Kobo.
Debut, some I don't just say, because no, in here, coach, that doesn't mean say, coach Cran can no. Say they will coach, but just say, they're more can, so say, Kofa, a top not coach there, you know, Ghana, no, we don't need that kind of coach.
You need discipline.
Top
not coaches, no, I'm going to make discipline and call for no.
Place away. Any more will become one. May catch a neck point blank. Say, son, get this idea. Kausenka shooting. Apart from say, a finance support, no, Caples and Grano, they should have been on his back. I think, woman at me, SL to the highest level.
Thank you. Now you are getting somehow.
But because of the fact that young Ghana for now, young believing in that type of coaching, international on one team society, Kisutin, he's a top-notch coach. I go to Ghana, I pay Ghana, I go baby. But Ghana now on one point interview, on the be an national be just go say Ghana no, on one Kisutin was still a day was every year back or quite Irish woman interview. Was say. Or who's a Ghana? No? The DNA of Ghana no, is within the players. And your coach, and yes, status, and your formula. It is within the players. If they're hot, maybe a whole amount of guys say they are Franica and the Biano. And then okay. Here you quote 1982. Work a couple of nations. I call you by. Not to you. Not a running question, me and co. Hey, now a Ghana see uncle. And a running soon, we have a champon. And there was that a champon say, in this case, uncle. Running by no soon, we have a call. Young cock with the end idea crowd, the uncle be. And to get at me. And it may be a chia can Miami a call. But listen to what the coach did at the time. What he plays in the go on, who say, Tim Lee, and a far cotoko. From goalkeeper to number 8, because of one. And all day is here, no name. Makumako, Bama calling me no more, Mr. Mamakai, a reformer, no more team, but Omonia starting lineup because of committee who say, Saturday Kotoko, akọ Africa akọ the cup ni no menti that team no and o bond hom and o make o catch hom say look the mo ball mu team no mo ko the same thing ha and that's how they won the cup.
Okay.
It's going to be because motivation and again here we need Asamoah Stephen Appiah as coaches and assistants and put this guy a Tony Buffo as technical head. Nini sa Brunina and Fe as we did that. Omini free ho. Near for what happened. Now they will respond this. Maybe because Morocco. Don't qualify Morocco no. Katan, Omko Katan. Don't qualify. No, don't call wake up. No, no, me. Don't qualify clean. African continent also. But Umba and the team say, I'm moving this baby. Why are there? But show also a foreigner. Show Yen, we need one of our no far or former player. No coach crowd a junior team. Na junior team no after no ability team and or the ability team no shadow wake up. So motivation and a normal settlement here.
The worker is here. The Twasua also how we used to say, foreign coach grant do qualifiers, no qualify clean or and a do say almost tournament in Akasan. Unifu for my cofa or Marcasa local coach.
Exactly.
Nebo, for one local coach. Show
a former player.
Former player, and Tiasia wo make me a catcher will say no intimidation. One.
Oh yes.
No intimidation. Don't make me a Morocco team. Make me a catcher right now. The best, you can't even the world best national year. 1 to 10. Make a Morocco account.
No, so 1 to 4. The 1 to 10.
Sure. Adia omu ye no one commitment omu efe no why omu na e kabo mu ye bako agents ni na so say me na me FA boss ntino be car it goes final obi anka bi he asema aka na me de pa the ntia me ka se ye hia local coach no he with this type of okrakuni ni pa ban a wo ye no say ye fa local coach intimidation be also or be intimidating. Okay, make me a catch you right now. So Otado idea what you know. Me na be catch you prince. Otado idea what you know. More na about 80 to 90% Okraku Otiefu Okraku.
George, Otado he's not good for the country. We all know that.
The same thing. With Kwasina with the same thing, Kwasina Kwasiapia. Etina make catch us say, ye here sa local coach because ye FA president Trump Banino. Omuba, Omunim say, Omu your boss, Omu you on top of everything. Etidomu car, obedient mean channel be maka because Adiano a business waba Nikoko phone or Babetino. It be bia no.
Yes, you see, Dada, and until America just say, Ghana, we don't need a coach, you know. We need motivators in America, no. Dada, when George, until America say, we need a caretaker. Ghana, we don't have to appoint anybody as a coach for the World Cup. Otwado the young packing in Sinche. But everything ma and go for a mobile mudin. I mean, as my can't a caretaker. We have former as a modern a Stephen Appiah. Now, it's about for me. A person, or may a thing later. Don't forget what happened. We are called back. Omunya coach, Omunya assistant, Omukoba, Omar, baby. That's it. Now, coach, Upon, was on Koba. Yakoba coach for Upon. Because Sango for you, Missy says, I team more. What happened? One day, be a for you,
Officer, Okraku. Officer Okraku back appointed Kwasia Tony Buffo.
And no, never appointed. That's what we want. That's what we're gonna do.
And you can I mean, Joe said, Nipana Casa, Okraku na Casano.
George, we are not talking to Okreku. We are talking to the sports ministry. Because sports ministry is here, Coach Ika. Oh no, look. And then sports ministry say, Otuado, Yapake, Onye Omuni say. Say sports ministry say, Kofi Adam say, Asamojan, Wone a unit of Mokwa, Mumfa Timukwa. Okreku no Omuni say. They are looking
but big man now, maybe I would can technically or say,
so sports ministry, as if we call now so penny, now Omedia, now Kofadia, still no trade the Panaca because Gary Chakosika. Who's let me say, did a no minister, no chair a coach Nika, Ghana check coach Nika, coach Biano, Ghana, yes, possibly the Tenica. In the same, talk of funny Panaba, near yes, in Tenica, a better out of the Amna.
Guy, as some now can wow. Obiani said, sports, ministries, any coach.
Yeah,
in our situation, I want to say, no, and the word to me. So I want to me. I mean, Castle back control. And to make me catch him say, sports minister, sports minister, Casa, or name the Akoso. Akoso Ghana soccer. Or name the Akoso, or name the coach lawyer.
Topic you bet to ask
maybe George, the okay. Because you know, Dada, wait 1 second. There no Casano, who the judge who can say, yes, be sports minister with ye can say, every class sports minister, no crown out one. The Omo of us, how would you know? It be need. But yeah, must American say, under the ladder, sports minister, when it comes to coaches, FN appointed coaches most of the time, but almost a Chenica. FN, a sports minister, or more person coaching, FN to me for coaching him, and the idea that. And there's no way. Enter a bino, sports minister, I go fire Christian by and they had to appoint him no matter what. Because somebody Chenica.
Yeah, that's it. Maybe round up to a bit. Point maybe so that topic for next week. May can be big a crave as a how competitiveness and also bet me a bois yani African no all the other nations now want me rising up to the level now expecting competitiveness one factor. Say players yeah can say for Ghana an example. Muka say you call South African World Cup no. And now say players selection na 2. Now one more multi bench no cry better see one more no more bono. What won't say? One man no more bono mo more boy pa. Because Obi boss Stephen Appiah position. Obi boss Derek Boateng position. Multi bench too. See us Derek is sorry ba. Game over. Why we are be mobile.
But that I will even try no but so again say every sensible team own the piano man piano. You know this every position you have to have 2 players. And the idea now.
I mean Sigami can be see as a miso. And to me but say crop of players now more bano. Mufi say and you welcoming. See I be accept you no ma the competition aba. Yeah one more. Now competition aba any team no more. So a be yield the team now is stronger than before. All right, let's look at those days Liverpool. John Barnes no time no. Ian Rush Koboma Juventus, right? And also about Kobana John Aldridge or but to say Ian Rush Pepe. They had 2 top-notch strikers. No man for me, we're both first half. Now we have a second half. And now so be happy so maintaining the what's that drive team no cost. Because of the baby.
Then a time into the American way, but I assume okay. These people know this. Team no Ghana no. Yeah, Ghana we are not sort of players. Even quiet time, Miami so I can say you so many players who are sometimes plano or from make team no obi kura ba in some from bi ebi na fene jan no nkofo nti Ghana there you no show the players tieno there so be say there and then can bro radio
they cut top players one more form and you betrusu o press odo e ba be cut team no
no compete no make was more the who can so we generalize
America say those coming in no one more because praise Boateng no buy no praise who not praise kai I say hey Stephen Appiah no mbobo so this say when you position gets national as a sort of body be bia and just a friend more bet now by so doing what is happening to the team that team no cost through and that's how I know so won't catch me there
no maybe I'm a cat and I'm doing way and say maybe
next week topic how competitiveness will help other nations now. One more, if you say you're not rising up to this level now, you anticipate.
Okay, me and Sunday.
Me more glad to. No more.
I'm coming in quick. I'm Sunday and I make a program. No, may about Ghana preparation towards the World Cup. Anyway, so
okay,
I know a different story, but your preparation, friendly matches and other things and players are. And now okay, see, we address that because players are Omobeka Hono, almost Omobano, and I say, yeah, person Moba. The as well can 2 4 yeah, Omwa person Moba. And I replace this one, Omunka some by Yen, Echo Pomo, the Mobecano. That is, yeah, and bottom here, there's 2 set of players. I always say, Ghana, yeah, can in album, but I don't know. Players be or Terry George on times also opens Ghana, but or Chelsea. Ghana de Copeno, Romeo Lavia, on cars on quite a Belgium for almost superstar, Bueno so in the idea of a book. And so Ghana for a year breed some Copeno, boy, so Belgium for fun, whatever Ghana or Belgium or I mean, come on. And Sano no money, you address it on Sunday. And me make me do any friendly matches in Bono. Any Japan was remember in South Korea, Brazil also is in the pipe, but any other things. But look at number 4 say Brazil the only Ghana and came on Ghana. I'm just like pack be never born Ghana. I just
Grass also in Adani Kakino.
Yeah, it's Momadiana, that I won't do no more subscriber. I know my coffee. What are you not? Your last video now said, they say, what I was saying, but
also to around all the 2 minutes there. Now, sorry, so.
Media mechanic say, the cigar can players and I'm do and sound kind. Whoever, why ready so be Bama Ghana. Young welcome no. Na yan Cassian Hante, young Hante, and for all ma, or young call for young mama they say, you benya Casapabi, a Casa Tro, near do maba. Hey, I dear we say, ye Sadia Kevin Prince Watting by almost the year now. You see, I know, Aqua ye as a mark bidaho. If we say, the echo so one person, we said the echo so president person, we saw me to me, Mama. Don't me an intio.
Yeah. That's I saw Sura Mutarika as I'm okay. Sura Mutarika say, I hear, yes, guys will be Magana. Because personal attacks, no man, just again.
Okay, Aqua Sako Siapia, ya, a Gako, Yakusia.
Oh, boy.
Strong.
Obia point of view. You can't go a bobo come Canada. And we can't also, yeah. No, must say, Obi opportunistic. Nay, you're opportunistic. Because that piano, the idea was happening, and that will be kind of. And they're Ghana for refuge. You're opportunistic. Or no more, hey, Ghana.
No, I go, Yari, will be Anthony. That years I go with free.
Yeah.
With your Bayama Ghana. You use what you pay, you are not much. You have
it's a Ghana player. Ghana player, Yari or Ghana, almost I'm Egypt. Timo Combo Kaka. Oh, and never part of the coin. Every Sunday.
Are.
Oh, William. Oh, William. Oh, William. Oh, William. Ako ye.
Mese.
Ghana for you.
Mese. Sadie we say ye nyai. Media asem mienu pa make kan ne say. Ghana, momian sorry. Na protest na enkoso dani dan nyina. Okraku ni yempe no. Yenyini fu okrasa wake up naba.
Ghana for say omo kan tetem no kaka kra no mo je exeka. Say wo oh, they forgot that. Ghana.
Oh, was one make us one.
Yeah, Mahama kan. The John Mahama kan na da short memory. Obi refi. Is it what I said?
Tell them the uncle.
Anybody on cause uncle? Anybody? Everyone on use uncle. Anybody? Ghana for anything now, Obi refi. Because I qualify Ghana for the World Cup. Everybody
qualification match we are bobo.
Yeah.
Daddy, Monsieur Aquabi should me blame your former players. But me mumma cast assembly. Your former players no. So we not to be standing up on your back. No to goom. So we not to be to goom. Make their make cast some way ne. Society way, so we ya a be working. Your former players in himself FN in your papa. So we not to be gather momentum. A ministry, small ministry, so I can listen. Yenya ya bobo amagana. Yenya dia groni bia magana. Esi ano Ghana first in the way ani esi eni magroni die no. Esi ya gudie na sai. Na sai nyina efri ha ena eba. So mkofo we timi sori a, omunya timi come bom sori a. Me na me catch o. Siga. Be si omu super omu contribution be ye adwuma pa.
Yeah, be adwuma but about omunye. Ghana no obia with interest and Ghana no when it comes to the sports obia interest so obi say obia se kakra they making players no omuntinya one that because you are making obi kura business bi no akose okaku dem kakra obi dey akose makado dem kakra obi dey akose
and then the can see business no one fan to chansana ya beka bibia enye de tie obia checking obia discipline no obia fan your man 2 years because when you talk about Blaster now you are talking about the Ghana as a whole because Ghana for nyina ya wure ba ko kese ba ko any Blaster so who good the kwachewa with the whole Ghana accordate yes omo etiefo ne adofo anyone we are responsible for all those things I talk about. Why before will be ano for ye to that's an ebese about to aso because any me afa de na esi. Ye ma be bro okra ye ntimi mbie so because some because ye ka so ka ho asema ye be ka ma de achiasa enti ye de be si hanamo anya me aduma that's an ya to aso brother Paul me da si Bidia Cigaro, Medasi, something in our some, and then he told me, Japan because my answer my questions, no, be brave, mamma. Now, Kakakra, how many Babanamu dia to us? They are here for the interest of our nation, Ghana, and then Africa as a whole. You Ghana near him, but other places we don't know much about Asia. We don't know much about other continents, no. But any idea nim any can say obi be peja na so obi so be hwe eno so ye can no so dia any dia any wara o ye je wase etiefo dasane basa ati enkanya menka mu nyina mu Yesu dinim amen bye bye.